Hi, I'm Beryl, and this is part 4 in our breakfast series. Today we have 5 more breakfasts from 5 countries. Let's get going.
Hi, my name's Antonia and I'm from Frankfurt, Germany. The dish I want to talk to you about today is called Weisswurstfrühstück. In English, that would be white sausage breakfast. The components of Weisswurstfrühstück are, for one, the Weisswürste, which give it its name. That's a veal and pork sausage that is usually flavored with parsley and other herbs and spices in it. And with that, you are usually served a pretzel, sweet mustard, and a Weißbier, which is a German beer. The dish comes from Bavaria, from the south of Germany, and it is really only very common there. I know that this breakfast kind of fits like all the points on the stereotype list for Germans, because of course we always have sausages and beer for breakfast. Of course not, we don't. This is something for special occasions. When you go to visit Bavaria, you might have it as part of your cultural experience. I think people should try Weisswurstfrühstück because of its unique combination of flavors. And what other time do you have an excuse to drink beer for breakfast?
Guten Morgen. We have what is definitely, I would say, a stereotype of what a German breakfast could be. So, Antonia did tell me the traditional way to eat this sausage.
The way you traditionally eat it is that you dunk the sausage into the mustard and then you kind of suck the sausage out of its casing.
I'm just gonna suck it out of the casing. Here we go. I'm just nervous because this is on the internet. We're fine. We were not fine. So we're gonna skip that part and we're gonna go to the end because we were not fine. I don't love that I had to do that. The sausage is really good. So this sausage came from a place called Schaller and Weber, which is one of the oldest and kind of like the OG German delicatessens that still exists in New York City. And the history of delicatessens in New York City is really interesting. A lot of times people think of them as kosher delis, but actually they were started by Germans. And this was the only place in the city that sold this type of sausage. This beer cheese we made on the channel during my cheese episode, and mine was very runny compared to the one purchased. This one's better than the one I made. That's okay. Let's wash this down with a beer. For the record, it is 11:46 a.m. and this is in fact my first meal of the day. So I feel like I just need to peel it. This sausage is super, super mild. Pretty much all the flavor is coming from the spicy mustard, which is great. Fun fact about me, I actually did go to Oktoberfest and I filmed it for ABC, which was really cool because I got to have a media pass, which allowed me to go into all of the different beer tents. I went on all the rides. It was really fun. I did eat a lot of sausages. I did drink a lot of beer. Oktoberfest truly was a great experience. This beer is pretty good. I don't really like beer. This is from the world's oldest brewery. That's cool. Okay, last thing I'm doing. Sausage, pretzel, sandwich. Big bite. Maybe too big a bite. Honestly, I loved it. What's not to love though? Today's video is sponsored by Bokusu, my favorite Japanese snack box subscription. I have worked with them many times in the past. I think that they curate the best snack boxes from Japan, and there are a few companies out there doing this. This one is the best. The theme for this month's box, which is why I'm dressed as twins with the box, is Sakura, the Japanese cherry blossom. Inside, all of the snacks have something more or less to do with cherry blossoms, from flavor to design and packaging. This is a very, very cute box. All of these snacks are unique and come from all over Japan, and you can figure out where they come from with their handy dandy guide. The one that I am most interested in trying is this one because it reminds me of one of my pasta dishes that I did on this channel. This is mentai mayo. Ooh, it smells savory and yummy. Yum. It's like a savory, salty Cheeto, and that's a good thing. I truly feel like Boksu curates the most interesting snacks, and it's always things that I have never tried. And living in New York City, there are a few Japanese grocery stores around me where I can try like a bunch of things, and these are not things that I find there. One of the reasons for that is that they work with family-run businesses in Japan, and that's part of the special curation that you get. If you are interested in trying out Boksu, you can use my code Beryl15, and that will give you $15 off your first box. The link is in the description. Yum.
Sawasdee. Hi everyone, my name is Nithi. I'm originally from Bangkok, Thailand, but now I'm living in Singapore. And the breakfast dish that I like to share with you today is called Khai Grata. Khai means eggs and grata is pan in Thai. So this dish is basically sunny side ups with some pork toppings, served in a small skillet, usually meant to be for one serving. And typically, the pork toppings include some seasoned pork mince, some Chinese sausages, and Vietnamese ham. I believe the dish was originated from the northeastern part of Thailand, where it is closer to neighboring countries, including Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam. And as you can see, that there are some influences from not only Vietnamese cuisine, but also from Chinese and French cuisines as well. It is commonly served with some condiments, including chili sauce, soy sauce, and white pepper. And I really like the dish because it has a very nice balance in terms of texture and flavor profiles. And it is very tasty, yet so simple to make. So if you have any chance to visit Thailand, please give it a try. Or you can even try making it yourself because it is very easy to make. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณครับ
I made it in the little pan. This breakfast is many types of meats, and the only vegetable to be seen is the green onion garnish, which is it's bold. Ooh, oh my god, the amount of butter actually made it so it's not all stuck. Can you see that? Nice. I cooked my yolk the whole way through. That's okay. It's all right. I mean, yeah. This feels to me like Thailand's version of an English breakfast. Lots of meat, eggs, no vegetables. The Chinese sausage is a little bit sweeter than I was expecting. Yum. All right, let's try this Vietnamese ham. This looks to me like Spam by another name. A little less salty. It's really nice. Yum. You know, loaf meat. I'm just not scared of it. I love it now. This is great. My friend James, who has a really, honestly, like a really fun social media presence, makes this chili crisp and he gifted it to me. I am leaving a link to his bio. You should definitely check him out. He's super fun. James, this chili crisp is so good. Yum. He always fries his eggs in it. You may or may not have noticed that my glass dishware has been missing in action. That is because I broke all of them. I was doing something in my drawer, everything kind of fell down, and they cracked. So we can have a little moment to remember all the good times we had with them. But because of copyright issues, I will hum the song that I want to play. Na 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 na. Da, 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 da. I can't remember how it goes. These were the best parts I ever had. I'm really sad. Had. With this whole dish, there is a lot that had to be found at the Asian grocery store. I will leave a link to all of the items so that you can buy them online. But the thing about it is, like, you could probably just sub this concept with any type of meat that you like and enjoy, you know? Crack the eggs in, put in sausage, put in bacon, it's kind of the idea of like everything cooking together so you have this whole omelet. It's fun, it's yummy, it's a great breakfast. And I got to try new things.
Hi, my name's Derryl and I'm from Indonesia. The breakfast dish that I'm going to talk about is called Tinutuan. It's commonly known as bubur Manado in Indonesian or Manadonese porridge in English. You can top it off with cakalang or skipjack tuna, or maybe you like some salted fish. And then you add sambal for some heat. It's a very nutritious dish for breakfast. Apart from its place of origin, North Sulawesi, I'm not really sure about the other regions, but Tinutuan is pretty common here in the capital, Jakarta. As someone with North Sulawesi roots, I deeply connect with this dish because it's always present during the special days like Christmas days or simple family gathering day. It reminds me the warmth of holidays with my family. To anyone watching, you should try this dish. It's a healthy, nutritious, refreshing, and it's totally vegetarian and vegan friendly if you skip the fish. And don't forget to add sambal. It's better when it's spicy. Selamat makan!
I didn't realize that this was going to be a savory porridge. I guess I kind of realized that, but I didn't totally realize that. This is 100% my cup of tea type of breakfast. I'm excited. Blowing on it. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Yes, everything about this is a yes. It's salty and rich and creamy, kind of like congee, but this has tons of flavor. I love all the vegetables. I love the toppings. The dried anchovies are something that I was introduced to from this channel, and they have definitely become something that I'm always happy when they're in my house. All right, I think I did put maybe a little too much sambal in the middle, but we're gonna just kind of scoop out from it. Oh my god, it's so spicy. Oh my god, that was really unexpected. You can do this. Don't let him see you cry. Oh my god, my eyes are watering. Why was that so spicy? Okay, a few things that I love about this dish. Number one, it was done in the Instapot, so like very low labor. I was questioning the ratio of rice to broth. Half a cup of rice to 5 cups of broth. I could not fathom, but trusted the process. So you end up with this very loose, creamy porridge. The other thing is, while I did make this with chicken broth, you could make this vegan very, very easily by just using vegetable stock, and it's just full of vegetables, and I think that you can use whatever type of tuberous vegetables you like. You know, this used pumpkin, sweet potato, and cassava. Those are all pretty common tubers around the world, and spinach, which also is pretty common. The crispy fried shallots on top are definitely key for a little bit of crunch and a little bit of like saltiness. On its own, I would say the porridge is not exactly the most flavorful thing in the world. It's all the toppings that you serve with it, but if you wanted to add more spices to it, you could absolutely do that, and that would be your prerogative. When I think about breakfast and I think about the type of food that for me gets my engine revving, this would definitely be it. Like veggies, carbs, I would put a fried egg on it, not gonna lie, and I think this would just be this is my dream breakfast. I'm so happy I found it.
Hi, my name is Jamie. I'm from the United States. I live in Portland, Oregon. And the dish that I want to talk about today is called Matzo Brei, or Matzo Brei, or Matzo Brie. Many ways to pronounce it, but it's all the same dish. At its core, it's a piece of matzah that has been scrambled with eggs. Some people like it savory, with, more egg, some cheese maybe, tomatoes, olives, etc. A friend of mine from Mexico referred to it as Jewish chilaquiles the first time I served it to him. I like mine a little bit sweeter, a little bit more like a cross between French toast and a pancake. Essentially, you just mix some moistened matzah with some egg, a little splash of cream, some spices, sugar, fry it up in a skillet. I like to serve it, again, sweet with a little bit of powdered sugar, and since I am in Oregon, some delicious Marionberry jam, and maybe a drizzle of honey or some real maple syrup. It's not something that's remarkably common around the US outside of Jewish communities, but within those communities you will find it almost a recipe per person. It's something that I didn't grow up eating but found as an adult, and is honestly one of my favorite breakfast dishes. It's traditionally for Passover, but I will eat it honestly all year. I hope that you guys give it a try, and yeah, I hope you enjoy.
I'm very surprised that I've never heard of this dish before. It does make sense as a food, I guess, and we always have leftover matzah, and I never really know what we do with it. I feel like it just sits around until next year, but this makes sense as an idea. The savory one kind of tickled my fancy a bit more, but we're going with sweet. You know what I think it tastes like? I think it kind of tastes like a non-super sweet bread pudding. The texture is a little bit chewy, it's a little bit bready, but it's not soft like wet bread. I can see that kind of French toast-esque-ness. Unless you're Jewish, the odds are you will not have matzah in your house because matzah is, let's be honest, terrible. But if you do have matzah in your house, or if you're interested in trying matzah and then when you do try it and you realize it's really not that good, this is really nice. And it's a good way to use it up. There are 3 things I like about this, and this is in order of why I like it. Number 1, it was very, very easy to make. Number 2, it used minimal ingredients. 1 egg, and this is a lot of food, 1 egg. And we know that eggs are pretty expensive right now, so that's cool. And number 3, it's a good use for something that tends to sit in your house for a very long time. If, aforementioned, you do have matzah in your house. That one's a caveat. But this is fun to try and different. And I'm just still so surprised that I never grew up with it. Mom, Dad, what gives? My final thoughts? Yum. Well worded, Beryl. Yum.
Hi Beryl, hello everyone, I'm Giorgia and I come from Italy, but I'm currently living in Seoul, South Korea. The breakfast that I want to talk to you about today is crostata. If I had to describe it to someone that has never heard of it, I would say it is a jam tart or pie. It in fact looks like a round pie. The dough is made from a lot of butter, sugar, eggs, flour and lemon zest. And once cooked, it will have a soft cookie-like consistency. And the filling is very easy. It's just a whole jar of jam. I think crostata is a very common and absolutely well-known pie all across Italy. It is also summer breakfast for me because many Italian families make their own jam batches during the summer season for the whole winter. And of course, what do you make with jam? You also make crostata. For me, every time I make crostata, it brings me back to summer breakfast in Italy with some fruits and iced coffee, slow breakfast. It just brings back nice memories. I think everybody should try crostata because it's very easy to make. You don't need any fancy ingredients or equipment. And if you make your own jam, you can really say it's 100% homemade pie. And if you are not a fan of sweet breakfast, it's also perfect to have with a cup of tea in the afternoon. So give it a try, and I hope that you all enjoy your freshly made crostata, and ciao ciao!
You might think by now, Beryl, you've baked quite a few things. You did an entire baked foods episodes. You probably are not as intimidated by it. No. This intimidated the heck out of me. I just don't know if baking is my thing. I think it's really hard, and I have just learned so much appreciation for people who are good at baking, who enjoy baking. Like, you are a better person than me. Period. This does taste good though. Like, does it taste like a bakery made it? No. The lemon is lemony and nice, as represented by my lemon earrings. My strawberry sweater is in place of the raspberry jam that I use. I was trying to embody the pie. Okay, come on. Wooden fork. You know, I get it. The wooden spoon is one thing. The wooden fork, this might have been a step too far. Honestly, as a breakfast food, surprising. Very sweet, even for an American. You know, like, we have Lucky Charms. Like, we eat marshmallows for breakfast in this country. This is a little sweet for me, but like, as a midday tea break with a slice of jam pie, like, delicious. The dough, I think, was actually quite simple to make overall. The hardest part for me was putting it into the tin and making it look nice. I did decide to decorate it with the YouTube logo because YouTuber over here. I don't know if that really turned out. I think it looked kind of cute. I would say that, like, actually, I will share this pie with people I know. Sometimes it's like a question. Like, I don't know how many of you watched my baking episode. I'm gonna link it. I could not share many of those dishes for reasons of health and safety. But this I definitely can, because it's cooked and it's nice. And if you like raspberry jam, which it's a nice break from the lingonberry. It's a nice break from the lingonberry jam. It's good. It's sweet, but raspberry jam's not like the sweetest jam. It's like a sweet jam, but like, what's a really sweet jam? I guess I've just been having lingonberry jam for so long, I don't even know other types of jams. The worst one is orange, though. And that's facts. I'm gonna go for the crust. Oh, it's on my lip. Yum. No, I did a pretty good job. And with that, we have now done 20. That is 20 breakfasts from around the world. It's amazing. I am leaving links to the other breakfast episodes if you want to catch up and get inspired. I kind of feel like, should we keep going? Let me know. I will see you all in my next video.